Hey, Apophis here. Back as promised with another set of random invasions. This time, I'm using an axe and a longsword. So we're starting with the longsword in the main hand and the axe in the offhand. So there, I tried to land the L2 or heart attack combo on the axe, but if you're not actually pretty close to them, the second hit's gonna whiff. Which is unfortunate, because the damage is quite high per strike. Even unbuffed, I think it hits harder than my longsword.
Get ready for the next battle.
There's just probably a couple things that will be demonstrated in this video, and one of them is not trying too hard to basically make something work. I think that's the biggest problem you'll see in a lot of these games. It's that I'm really trying to force the axe to do a lot more work than it's capable of. And the issue comes in where the axe actually has very little range for its speed. It's other high AR weapons have pretty good range, so you can still kind of zone people with them. However, with the axe, you just kind of wind up having to either whiff punish, poise tank, or roll catch them if they roll to the side. And here I end with a nice backstab. I'm surprised you can be hit while doing the backstab animation. That's not something that happens in the other games, but yeah. So you gotta be careful of that in 1vx situations. Here we come to another invasion. This one I feel like I could have played a lot better. We're definitely gonna see why by the time I walk over to him. Without looking at the top of the screen, I'm pretty sure his name is something too offensive for me to say on air, so yeah. So I believe he's using the silver-black spear, so I'm going to wait for him to cast again. And I greedily go for the backstab, but I could have just punished with a roll attack, like I do here, because he's going to roll twice. And that really confused me. So basically, he was in hit stun, and his one-handed spear R1 was faster than my two-handed longsword R1. I kind of question if that was due to desync or something else, because that doesn't seem like a correct interaction. I feel like I did the right thing by attacking, but obviously it wasn't. Here we come to another duo trying to do Earthen Peak. We're gonna put a stop to that. Wow, he's using the explosion spell. It's a pretty cool one. I've seen people do some cool tech with it, using it during a parry. So you'll hit with both the parry and the explosion. I actually forgot the name of it, but I should try it out on another build. So we get a crit and finish that guy, but I think it would have killed him without the crit. You can see he does about 988 or about 990 damage with the heart attack against an opponent of medium armor. Which is, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, for an unbuffed weapon, that's actually a good amount of damage. But he was just stupidly trading. There was no reason why he should have gotten hit by that in the first place. Yeah, sometimes if Blue Acolyte can't find an invasion, you just need to pop the orb again. Maybe third time for the trick.
Get ready for the next battle.
There we go. And here we find a game where basically I just make a lot of mistakes. I'm very embarrassed by this match, but I decided to keep it in just to, like, you know, kind of watch my own mistakes here. So I basically had the lead, and then after we traded, I tried to attack again, but his katana outsped my longsword. So I basically took a bad trade there, and there was another time where I just ran up and attacked when I should have just waited for him to waste his stamina. So now I'm put into a very bad position because he could just trade and win. So it was two bad interactions where I mashed in, like, a situation that I should have. Well, shouldn't have. So yeah, you know, you're only a few mistakes from losing. There's no real way for a red phantom to heal without being able to cast a heal spell. So you really can't make that many mistakes. Especially as you approach toward, like, meta level. I think this character is at about 1 billion souls. This guy looks a little more sweaty. So I tried to get a whiff punish with the axe, but it's just too slow. I should have just done a run attack with the longsword, but I really wanted to make it work. And this is that bit that I was saying about not trying to force something, right? So there it works because he side rolled. But theoretically, the axe is best used of, like, let's say a threatening poke weapon. So you have like an ice rapier or a spear in your main hand. And then you have a bandit or battle axe in your offhand. Simply having the long poke weapon and moving toward them is going to make them want to step or move sideways. In those situations, you'll be able to make the most out of the weapon because you'll be able to roll catch them with the heart attack. So here I'm really trying to force the axe to work by equipping in my main hand and buffing it, because I'm like, hey, it has a much higher total AR than the longsword. So we're just going to play that way and see what happens. Its running attack it's okay. The longsword's running attack is, like, much better, I think. And this guy's, like, low adaptability. That would have not hit a player of higher adaptability, but he looks like he's just PvEing. And yeah, that's the low range of the axe cucking me again. You know, I got a little scared of moving in, so, you know, I just kind of swung, expecting to move forward. His weapon has more range, so I wound up getting clipped again. When in reality, I should have just, you know, dodged through the attack or just waited. There was no reason to press anything there. This fight kind of, like, surprised me because I was like, wow, how is this guy so far back? You know, we're matching from, like, 800,000 to, like, 1.2 million, right? How is this guy doing this area with this level of gear close to this many souls, right? I mean, he could just be a newer player. And I've noticed that they tend to favor two playstyles, either two-handing rapiers and hitting R1 or using the gut sword. You know, that's why I see the majority of, like, a lot of PvEers trying to do. Being a little slippery here, but I'm being a lot more patient. And then we catch his leftward movement with the longsword running attack. Kind of started this one midway through simply because I got lost in the first minute or so, but might as well skip to the good part. There we go again. I'm trying too hard to force it. And he's able to easily roll through the first heart attack, but we catch him there because he tries to go on the offensive. I just got greedy. I think, like, it only would have taken one more longsword strike to finish him. But yeah, you know, it's good for a turn and burn if you want to like just catch their aggression and hit them for close to like 1.1k. And this is with minimum stats to wield the battle axe, so 15 strength. Oh, unfortunate. He did not get to turn the switch. Here's another duo trying to do Shrine of Amana, and they both have colossal weapons. Yeah, that was my own greed there. I was hoping he'd move a little farther forward, but again, the axe has very little range, but when you do connect with it, the damage is pretty immense. And it's like even 2 hits was enough to send that Phantom almost to the graveyard immediately, so it's got its uses. I just don't think it's as good of a weapon as I remember. I remember really enjoying using Bandit Axe like a year ago, before the server shut down due to RC exploit. But I think like by this soul memory, or you know, pretty much anyone who picked up the game again, they kind of know what's going on. They're not just going to stupidly run into the attack. And so I swapped to a poise setup for I think 102 poise, but I ran into a string of people using ultra greatswords, so it kind of felt like a waste. You know, I wasn't going to be poising through anything constantly. Yeah, that was quite unfortunate, but the axe is faster than ultra greatswords, faster than at least one weapon type. So I'm off to spend my ill-gotten gains on 2 more levels. So we'll see what my soul memory is at when we get back to Majula.
Bearer of the curse, seek the king, lest this land swallow you.
Well, level anyway. It's still around 1 million. So now for the bonus round. I was like, wow, the battle axe is doing like no damage compared to what I remember. So I acquired a strength ring by the grace of Miyazaki. And I equipped the bandit axe. So we're going to find out if the bandit axe actually outputs a superior amount of damage. In PvE testing, it did about 90 more damage per strike. Let's see how well this will do. And it has a higher AR than the battle axe by 46 when enchanted with health. And as you can see here, this guy's probably not going to get hit by this thing, not unless he's actually going to trade. He's got enough adaptability that it's going to be extremely difficult to hit him with the axe, so I start trying to pressure the rapier instead. And even then, from the R1, this is unfortunate for him, but that was an extremely meaty backstab. So I skipped over a couple invasions that are pretty boring. Either I just like caught them from behind or some other silly stuff like that. So this is the guy I invaded before, but now he's a phantom for another guy who seems to be memeing pretty hard with a double blunt weapon. See, I probably should have just gone in there and killed him when he tried to heal, but I didn't want to risk it. because I can easily get most of my health clapped out by that double mace setup. Even if the moveset's not that good, it does do a lot of damage if my intention is to turn down another person and I'm committed to an attack animation that could get hit. And I wind up getting hit anyway, but now my buff's about to run out as well. Pretty unfortunate. See, I didn't realize he could turn around so quick, but whatever. So he gets to heal again. It's basically another full life bar to work through. At this point, I'm just looking for any opportunity to just kill the host. And there it is. I mean, at the end of the day, he's the one who has to lose an item, while I basically lose nothing. At least with the mod, so I don't even have to consume the cracked eye orb.
Get ready for the next battle.
This is a setup a friend of mine actually likes running a lot, but I'm not like a huge fan of it. I feel like it's probably better if you have a different offhand, you know, rather than just the axe and the shield. Because while Defender Shield is OP as fuck, it, I don't know. You still have the disadvantages of using the axe, like the baby range, as you can see there. So even though this guy's using a shittier class of weapons, wow, look at that, without the stone ring, it wasn't able to break his poise. It's probably sitting around like 110. And without the stone ring, that poise was a problem. There's the host. Look how much damage that rapier did. But then we get rid of him with a quick R2R2. But that's all the time we have for today. I think I will give the Axe class a 6.5 out of 10. It is usable. It's fine. But it has serious issues in terms of its range and even its speed in one-handed stance, and I don't actually bother using it two-handed. But yeah, I'll be back with another episode of Dark Souls 2 Random Invasions next time, and I think I'll be using katana with a bow offhand, and maybe I'll even try working in some more spells. And that's it for this one. Remember, if you liked it, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.